As much as I hate leaving Spielberg and Ryan Gosling, I think it may be time to ask you what else is happening. What else is happening?
You're going to be so glad you did.
Ooh.
We have an official Spinal Tap sequel.
Oh my God!
We have Spinal Tap from the UK! You must be the USA!
No.
It goes to 11, baby.
This is a top to, what we use on stage, but it's very, very special because if you can see, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11,
the
and then
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it? It's not 10. You see, most blokes, be playing at 10. You're on 10 here, all the way up, all the way up,
Yeah.
all the way up. You're on 10 on your guitar. Where can you go from there? Where?
I don't know.
Nowhere, exactly. What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
It does. Wow. Where are you reading this from?
Thank you, Deadline and Andreas Wiseman.
Somebody else is super excited about this. I remember Spinal Tap. I saw it in original release. My best friend and I, we went and we saw it. And for the first 5 minutes, we're like, oh, this might be not real. We were watching, we're like, first we're like, it's real, it's real. And then we're like, oh, this isn't real. And then it was funny.
It's like you become one with the guys in the band. I mean, there's no division. The music just unites people with the players.
And then we saw it, we went back and saw it again, then we saw it with some other people. And yes, I figured it out when, Billy Crystal's walking around miming for money and all this.
I did the bird. Do the dead bird. Changes, get the dwarf cannolis, the little ones, okay?
All right, I did the bird.
Come on, don't talk back, huh? Mime is money. Let's go. Come on, move it.
Mime
Same
is
as
money.
it ever was.
Same as, I love it. Mime is money, mime is money. Oh, that's a crazy movie. Christopher Guest back in the day.
Do you play do you actually play all these, or?
I play them and I cherish them. Mm-hmm. This is the top of the heap right here. There's no question about it. Look at the flame on that one.
Yes.
Look, I mean, it's quite unbelievable. This one is just it's perfect. 1959. It just you can listen.
How much is
just
this?
listen for a minute. The sustain. Listen to it.
I'm not hearing anything.
You would though if it were playing because it's famous for its sustain. I mean, you can just hold it.
Well, I mean, so you'd have to play.
You can go and have a bite. No, you still be hearing that one.
Yeah.
Still fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Rob Reiner. Oh. All right.
Last time Tap toured America, they were booked into 10,000-seat arenas and 15,000-seat venues. And it seems that now, on the current tour, they're being booked into 1,200-seat arenas, 1,500-seat arenas. And I was just wondering, does this mean the popularity of the group is waning?
Oh, no, not at all. I just think that that their appeal is becoming more selective.
Sorry, going back memory lane. When's this coming out? It's been announced.
Honestly, I don't know. All the news we got was that it started production and that there might be a Paul McCartney cameo.
Ooh. Oh, anybody else or?
Elton John is in it.
Oh my God.
Questlove.
Okay, I don't know who or what Questlove is.
He's fantastic. You'll love him.
Oh, it's a he. All right. I'm like, with that name, how do you know? Is it like a band? Is it a family? Is it some?
It's a dude who worked for Jimmy Fallon. He was his band leader, and he's hilarious. He also did a fair amount of music documentaries, too.
Oh, wow. I'm like behind the scenes, girl. I'm like, I know nothing. I'm like looking in, going, okay.
If it makes you feel any better, there's one person on this list I don't know.
Oh, now I feel better already.
Trisha Yearwood. Apparently she's a semi-famous country singer.
I've heard of her.
Oh, you've heard of her, but you haven't heard of Questlove.
Okay, come on. Questlove. Yeah, whoosh. Yeah, right. This sounds exciting. I don't even know what to say.
Well, I'm especially excited because Rob Reiner is directing the film.
Oh, he really is.
You know, yeah, it totally is.
Wow.
The other thing is the rights to the original film are being shopped as a package deal.
Oh.
Which I know the box is going to be very happy about because he has an extra special copy of the original Spinal Tap.
So Criterion did a laser disc for our cinema community that knows what that is, of Spinal Tap that had a lot of extras on it. And then they did a DVD set based on that material from the Laserdisc. And so I bought it. And it literally has 2 extra hours of film footage. There are hour-long plot lines that they cut out of the film. One involving the limo driver.
Excuse me. Are you reading Yes, I Can?
Yeah. Have you read it?
Yeah, by Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah.
You know what the title of that book should be? Yes, I Can, if Frank Sinatra says it's okay. Because Frank calls the shots for all those guys. Did you get to the part yet where Sammy's coming out of the Copa, and it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he sees Frank. Frank's walking down Broadway by himself. Limeys.
Well, you know, they're not used to that world. Frank Sinatra, it's a different world that they're in.
You know, it's just people like this, you know, they get all they want, so they don't really understand, about a life like Frank's. I mean, when you've loved and lost the way Frank has, then you know what life's about.
Where he's partying with Spinal Tap all the time and getting drunk and smashed and everything else. And then there's this whole plot line around a groupie who sleeps with every member of Spinal Tap, and then this cold sore keeps appearing on the different band members' faces to the whole groupie thing. So anyways, so there's 2 hours of plot lines that got completely cut out. Then Criterion found out they legally didn't own the rights anymore, so they had to yank it. And so now you cannot get that. I own one. You can buy them on eBay for a couple $100 from people that actually bought one. Then MGM came out with theirs because they had the rights, and I bought that. And it's got more footage. He's got these commercials where they're dressed up in lederhosen, rolling cheese wheels down the mountain, and that was what they put in the theaters as their trailer. It had nothing to do with music. It's guys in lederhosen rolling large cheese wheels down a mountain, and that was the commercial they put out, which again had nothing to do with music.
Hi, I'm Rob Reiner. I've just directed my first feature film for Embassy Pictures. It's called Spinal Tap. It's a comedy about a British rock and roll band. I'd love to show you a clip, but as you can see, we're still editing here. I know I should show you something, and I found this piece of film lying around the editing room. It's not from my picture, but I think you'll find it interesting and quite informative.
The call of the Alpenhorn echoes across the Danskin Peninsula, part of Denmark's cheese belt, signaling to all those with nothing better to do the start of Scandinavia's happiest tradition, the Kjelgenfjorst, or Cheese Festival.
So there's these 2 editions out there that have all this extra footage and all this crazy zaniness, but the Criterion one is definitely very, very special.
Wow, I won't confirm or deny I've seen any of those videos.
Will you confirm or deny that you've actually seen them in concert, though?
Oh, right, you have.
Okay, come right up to me, Mr. Lowry. He's going to give you some 3D glasses, because this next song is in 3D.
But we only have one pair, so you're going to have to enjoy it vicariously.
Put them on.
Through.
Now, do us a favor and show the audience that you're wearing 3D glasses so they can
show
see
the
it.
audience. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you wearing 3D glasses for 2? Okay.
Because you folks are going to experience the 3D vicariously through this young lady. And we advise you to get a good firm stance because this 3D stuff can really blow your mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're like, oh no. It's like, no. I recall a certain smaller version of yourself joining, yes, with us. Yeah, right? We like Spinal Tap. This is what we're saying. Do we have any questions from the box?
Spinal Tap definitely has a cult following. I mean, there are people that are like me that are totally into it. But do you think a sequel will go large? Or will it be more like a slow burn where they're gaining momentum slowly from the cult following?
That's a good question. There's a few sequels, I think, that could kind of answer this question. Say, like, Zoolander 2. Just saying it out loud makes you laugh.
Yeah,
huh?
right. No, that's a crazy movie, too.
I think Spinal Tap has enough brand recognition, if you will, to stand on its own, but also enhance the experience of the fans that came before it. There's definitely a revival in some music movies that I wasn't expecting this year, like Stop Making Sense. I think that Spinal Tap has the potential to do either one really well, and that you have the original band back together, and let's face it, they're iconic in their circle. I think they can do it. I'm really excited.
I also think a whole new generation. Obviously, you're younger, right? I had seen it in original theatrical release. You didn't have a chance.
Nope.
You were brainwashed.
In ancient times, hundreds of years before the dawn of history, lived an ancient race of people, the Druids.
But I would say I think they're edgy enough, they're funny enough, they're relatable enough in the whole satire piece that people of your generation that maybe didn't grow up with them, or people maybe a little bit younger than you, I think they would find them funny for what they are.
In their genre, their jokes still land because they're still relatable.
We still reference so many lines and oh my goodness, it's just so ridiculous. But it obviously Christopher Guest didn't direct this one, but that whole mockumentary feel is just a genre that we find quite enjoyable.
You also have to consider all of the actors involved, especially the main principal players, have grown as comedians.
That is true.
One example I really want to give is A Mighty Wind. It's a family favorite of ours, but it also shows you the love and care that comes behind these types of movies.
We talk about like Harry Shearer, but Michael McKean, it's hilarious because we've seen him. We saw him in Better Call Saul. I remember him back in like Lenny and Squiggy and Laverne and Shirley, all of this. But we had went to one of his lectures a couple years back. You remember that? And he was, very analytical and having this big, deep discussion and talking about his wife and some other, things. So it really, it's just this whole range of how long people have been out there and what they're putting out.
What they're putting out, eh?
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. Well, apparently might get a cold sore for that. Do we have any other questions from the box?
Since we love Spinal Tap, we have a second question. The second question would be cameos. I mean, there are so many possibilities. Who do you want to see?
I'm going to make Mom either wince or laugh really hard with this.
No.
I want to see you two cameo in this purely
bad
because I want them to poke at Bono's public reputation as being this humanitarian nice guy. I want him to have this one-sided feud with the band.
Oh.
And
you have a whole plot line, so it's not even just a cameo. It's a plot line.
I want them to have this one-sided feud with the band because I want them to feel like they're always getting better than them. Or maybe like Ozzy Osbourne because he'd be in the same genre.
Oh, interesting. That would be interesting, kind of the rivalry of rival. Oh, all right.
And they don't even know who they are. I think it would be really funny because like Black Sabbath or U2 is like, these are some of the biggest bands on the planet that are recognizable in their space, and you don't know who they are.
That would be funny. I will give you that. You have the last word on that one. That is funny. Thanks for watching this Cocoon Cast news clip. This clip was taken from our weekly show that is released on the weekend.
If you like this news clip, please click that like button. It really helps us out. And if you want to know when we release our shows, click the subscribe button. And please share it with your friends. If you enjoyed this news clip, you might click the link to watch the full weekend show. Or click the other link to watch one of our deep dive movie reviews.
Thanks for watching, and remember, movies are better
Better
together.
together.